Okay, in this video, I want to talk very briefly about equipment that you need for prescribed burning. I've got several pieces of equipment here to talk about. Of course, the drip torch is something that most people are familiar with. It's got a wick and you can string out fire with it. Fire rake has these teeth that cut into anything. You can cut through roots. You can get all the way down to the dirt, which is what you got to do when you're doing a fire break. Most of the time you use a dozer or a tractor for doing your fire breaks. But there's one piece of equipment that I would not go without. If I had to choose one, it would not be the drip torch. It would not be the rake. It would be this piece of equipment right here. Very, very important. And this is, of course, a water tank with some soapy water. All you need to do is get some Dawn or other liquid soap, put a little bit in there, and it breaks down the surface tension of the water. You turn this thing on. If you got a jump, and you just basically spray it out. You know how well that works? Of course, this is not a jump. Not a jump, so I just sprayed that out, but I'm gonna let it catch back up, and it will in a minute. You can see it's already starting to catch back up, but if you were to thoroughly wet it, it would not catch back up. And if you have a jump, then that's what you would do. You thoroughly wet the spot, a water tank, not this particular water tank, but a water tank has really saved me on multiple occasions. So that's a very, very important piece of equipment. Like I said, it would be my number one piece of equipment to use if I could only choose one. But of course, I do use the rake, and I do use the drip torch quite a bit. It would be a whole lot harder without them. And then of course, you know, a good pair of leather gloves is also another good thing. And one other essential item is something to drink. I just happen to have some diet green tea, and I've also got some water. But something to drink is essential as well, because you will get dehydrated out here. It will really suck the life out of you. But I've got a good backfire going right now. This is about a 3-year rough. We're in central Alabama, and we've got quite a bit of wax myrtle and yaupon in here. I will start doing a little bit of spot head firing here in a few minutes. Right now I've just let it back off the line quite a bit to give myself a good black fire break. But I'll start spotting it. I've got another video that just shows the technique of spot firing, or some people call it grid firing. I like it. It does not get very intense, except in certain spots, and much better than strip head firing. And really, backfiring like this and just letting it backfire is a good technique. The downside is that it takes a long time, and you can see just in the few minutes I've been standing here watching this fire how slowly a backfire goes. It creeps along an inch at a time. But the benefit to a backfire is that it will not completely consume the fuel, but it'll consume a lot more of the fuel than a head fire. A head fire sweeps over it so fast it doesn't consume the fuel. And a backfire will do a better job of controlling your hardwoods as well. So, and that's what we've got here. If you'll notice, we've got quite a bit of, there's some wax myrtle, yaupon through there. We really need to clean this up, because it's not, a lot of blackberries, which are good for wildlife, so I don't necessarily mind them, but anyway, right across here, you can see through the trees. See if I can zoom in on this thing. May not be able to see it very well, but right across the branch, we burned Saturday, and today is Tuesday. So I'm finishing up a few acres over here we didn't get to. So, and we've got a little holly that's catching up right here, but you see what these waxy leaved trees, or shrubs I should say, once they get preheated, they will torch up pretty good. The downside to that is the leaves can float up in the air and can float across the line if it's too close to the line. So you have to really watch it when you've got a shrub like this flaring up close to the line. Now I'm probably, I don't know, 50 feet from the line here, so I'm not worried about it in this particular case. But here in just a minute, that thing is gonna flare up, and I won't sit here and wait on it to happen. But anyway, the whole thing will engulf. But anyway, I just wanted to show y'all backfiring technique, as well as the equipment that I use and what I consider to be essential. I have been doing this since about 94, 95, 1994, 95, so I've got a lot of experience. Do not try doing any burning without a experienced burner with you. I'm a certified prescribed burn manager in the state of Alabama. Have to go through a 4-day course and then get recertified every 5 years with another 1-day course. So I've had all the training, and you really need to do that before you burn, or have somebody that is a certified burn manager, because it will really lower your liability. So anyway, all right, well, stay tuned for more management videos. Bye.